Hello, beautiful people. I come to you from New Jersey. I'm staying with a friend for a couple of days just to escape the hustle and bustle of New York. There's a beautiful park behind me. I'm going to go for a walk. Come along. I want to share with you a story which I think you may find it interesting. Okay, vamos. I like taking walks in parks. It relaxes me and gets me away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life in New York. It makes me stop for a moment and think with a clear mind. Today, I want to tell you the story of my friend Rohan. It's a story about life, how short, how unpredictable it is. I know it sounds cliche, but it isn't. Life being short is real in a way we cannot and should not ignore. Short in a way that should make us very uncomfortable. Rohan was the kind of man who played life by the rules. He was a scientist and a damn good one, very smart, very dedicated to his work at a large pharmaceutical company. He was a hard worker, decades of early mornings, worked extra time, skipped vacations. He had a relentless focus on the future. While my friends and I spent our time partying and traveling, he was working overtime and calculating how to grow his savings and investments. He had a clear plan: amass a small fortune and retire at 50. He wanted to enjoy a carefree life of travel and experiences with all the money he had accumulated. I want to travel the world and see how other people live, he used to tell us. I want to see Europe, Bali, the Northern Lights. I want to experience everything in this big, beautiful world. By the time he turned 50, he had achieved what most people only dream of. He had saved over $1 million, his home was paid off, and he had no debt. He was ready to finally live, not just exist. He retired from his job and started planning the next phase of his life. It was finally time to travel the world, meet new people, share new experiences, as he rightfully thought he deserved. But out of nowhere, life had its own plans. A sudden stroke dropped him into silence. His sister rushed him to the hospital, unconscious, where he slipped into a coma. He was hooked to machines and tubes. Stable but unresponsive, the doctors said. As soon as I heard the news, I went to visit him with a friend. The room was quiet, except for the rhythmic beeps of the monitors. I stood by his side. I held his hand. I told him everything. I would have told him as if he was awake. That he did good, that he should hang in there, and that somehow he will get out of this situation and be able to live his dreams for which he had worked so hard. And then, all of a sudden, it happened. A tear slipped from the corner of his right eye. He couldn't speak or move. But in that small, silent moment, I knew he was there. I knew he heard me. I knew he felt my hand on his hand. Or maybe he knew it was time to say goodbye. Rohan passed away a few days later. He never got to retire and live his dreams. He never made it to Europe or Bali, and he never got to see the Northern Lights. All that work, all that money, all those dreams, all those years left behind. That tear still haunts me today, 3 years after his passing. It was his final word to me. It was not a tear of regret, but of understanding. A realization of a life worked hard and of a dream that just was out of reach. Because sometimes things just don't work out the way we want them to. You know, we always think we have all the time in the world to do things, to fix what is broken, to reach our goals, to convince ourselves there is time. We can do it tomorrow. That's what we tell ourselves. But what if there isn't any time? The truth is that the time we think we have slips away without us even realizing it. I thought about the many things I have put off, small things, big things, things that I told myself I could wait and do next time or tomorrow, like the people I've meant to call, the conversations I put off, the places I wanted to visit but never quite made time for, the days I have wasted waiting for the right moment, when in fact there may never be a better moment than right now. There is no guarantee that later will ever come. We get so caught up in the chase, in the doing, in building, in the planning. But how often do we stop to just be, to just appreciate where we are, who we are with, what we already have? Life is short and unpredictable. Don't waste it anymore waiting for the right moment to act or do something, waiting for things to be perfect, waiting for life to align and be what we think it ought to be. The time to live, to love, to make the moments count, to embrace it all is now. Because we're not promised tomorrow. We're not promised next year. And no matter how hard we try to plan or control our lives, we never really know what life has in store for us. My friends, I wanted to share Rohan's story with you today because truly time is slipping away from us all. Slowly, steadily, irreversibly. Tomorrow is not a new day. Tomorrow is a day less. And the more we wait, the less days we have. The past is dead and the future may never come. The only time that matters is now. So don't put off the things that matter to you. Start now while you still have a chance to shape the life you want. And that was the story of Rohan, a true story, a sad story. Make what you want out of it. If you are on the sidelines wanting to take some important decisions, I hope the video was useful. But that is Rohan's story. A very dear friend of mine, may he rest in peace. That's gonna be it for this time, and I shall see you on the next video.